Cause I love Lamar.
That dude Dolphin. Man, you love Lamar. Let me
A top and low. Say a football team.
Baltimore.
Bro, he dick grind. Alright, I can see it.
They have some like what? Let me unfollow her.
Why do the Steelers think they finna beat the fucking Bills? That shit's gunning me out.
The Steelers is finna beat the Bills. They got a better team for real.
No, the fuck, nah,
hey, for 4 years in a row, watch. I bet you we can bet money too. I bet you what's his name gonna be on that ground?
Who?
Stephon Diggs.
Crazy as fuck.
For the 4th year in a row.
We just finna see who won it more.
The Steelers, what?
And I don't know why Kansas City think they finna beat the fucking Dolphins.
Kansas City, I ain't gonna lie, they not gonna beat the Dolphins. After seeing, I ain't gonna lie, I have faith in them. But Waddle, Hill, Mostert, Tua, they finna spank them.
Speed go a long ass way in the playoffs.
And look at how they was just, look at how the Chiefs was just barely beating the Chargers because they is so good.
We get a bad week though, so.
Man, then they're saying I'm rep 3, but I can't take my shirt off.
You had a Bengals fan talking about they went out with a bang.
That wasn't funny, bro. You keep
they
coming
did
out
though.
Nah, look, I ain't gonna lie, the Bengals going downhill, but they got a chance. So T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd leaving because T. Higgins.
No, they done this year. They done this year.
Dude, we expect. I can merch on anything.
We went out with a bang.
Listen, Jamar Chase said he'd take a pay cut to keep T. Higgins.
Rams up.
He want more than what they have. But oh God, they can get Justin Jefferson. They can get Justin Jefferson if they let me get the Tyler Boyd going, and they just cut the real money. They can get Justin Jefferson. Since your girl can't pay them
Nobody care about girls.
Yeah, though, Fat G.
What is boy yapping about?
Fat G.
Looking like Yaya.
It's about Yaya.
And you look like Jordan Poole.
Alright, bro.
You look like Jordan Poole.
Monster Hunter has had games that have attempted to emulate it for many years, whether it was to try new forms of the genre or to capitalize on its success and create.
Hey, Los, did you see? You see what I just sent you? Yeah, it's emotional.
That was a weird mouth. I just sucked on there, dude. I got back to hitting Pilates, so like, you know, her canals got
he don't do nothing but cap, like, shut Chop look like Will Smith from The Pursuit of Happiness.
That's not even funny.
I'm sorry that ain't just it. I'm sorry that ain't just it.
You don't forget shit.
Nah, y'all just gotta search like Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness. Y'all gonna be like, oh, Chop, you smell like a spirit. It's good.
Not like Yana. No.
Like the Bills, look at the Bills already.
Up, we died.
Dude,
We went out with a bang. Shut up. Fuck the Bengals. Rams up. That's what everybody saying that on Facebook. You know it.
Oh, y'all think that Texans? Y'all think the Texans gonna beat the Browns?
The Texans versus the Browns.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie. Nah. Hey, look. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the Steelers wasn't supposed to make the playoffs.
Shut up, bitch. My bad, bro.
Powertron and the Armortron, and then you're done. You've probably seen these in your inventory before if you've seen my live streams.
Dude.
Bills, because you know Dar Hamlin. It was supposed to be Chiefs. Dolphins,
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude.
It was supposed to be Chiefs. Hey, nah, look.
Dude,
it was supposed to be Bengals, Bills because of Damar Hamlin. It was supposed to be Chiefs, Dolphins because of Tyreek. It was supposed to be Browns, Texans. It was supposed to be Browns, Texans because of
I'm you. I had a view, dude, bro.
5 mana board.
I'm really thinking of GM.
5 more max potions without having to go backwards again.
Yeah, you were tell a FanDuel. Oh, weird as fuck.
That you could possibly make. It's one of my favorite improvements when I finally discovered it. What else is essential to your loadout?
Yeah, though.
With 7 max potions and 10 mega potions, your loadout is going to do
I'm on with Nate.
keeping you alive, so you're already in good shape.
You ain't laid in them house.
But let's throw in our
Is chop on, but you run too.
stock at camp even in the middle of the fight. So
yourself and laid in them house. You weird. You spending that right from the middle of your food.
mid-fight with the
He has some good shit. Shut up, you so enjoy this team.
He disappointed. Hey.
Hello.
I'll take you, fuck.
I fucked them hands, dude.
How's that report coming along?
So ready on the base. This man got the durability of Xbox controller. He Rathalos tells like an Ono. Y'all are about to get a.
I feel like they got.
Monster Hunter Generations is unique because it's an entry that has multiple flagship monsters, as opposed to just.
I'm streaming right now, bro.
Because it's an entry that has multiple flagship monsters, as opposed to
Yeah,
one.
though.
These are Flavinus, Astalos,
but I was just
Jammer,
clipping niggas
and
earlier.
Mitsuru, who together are known as the Fated Four. 3 of them
You're not clipping nothing.
and because of that, we will cover their
I already clipped the nigga earlier.
in order of their return. Glavenus is considered the main flagship of Generations. He is a brute wyvern with a massive sword for a tail, which he primarily uses for attacks in conjunction with bites and fireballs. Unlike the other brutes, Glavenus has a unique warring animation when he screams his down on the floor. In terms of biting attacks, he can bite forward once or twice in a row, as well as to the side. In terms of sword attacks, he can scrape it along the ground, creating a fire volley. He can also stand it down, either while on the ground or after jumping to create more force, and he can also swing it behind him. Glavenus' sword by default is blue, but eventually it gets stuck. While it does more damage in this state, it also softens and takes much more damage, and this is the only way it can be severed. His signature attack has him grip the blade in his mouth, charging up before releasing a giant spin attack. Eventually, the blade cools down, appearing worn out, and so Glavenus has to sharpen it again, turning it blue. He uses the shaving
Oh shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm on some shitty shit already, bro.
They're quite special in that they'll land on the ground and those are for a short time. His bite attacks can also deal fire. Giving enough damage to his head will cause the fire in his mouth to explode, knocking him over. When enraged, the blue spikes on his body become red.
You got the V.
Stab his skull down twice in a row. When exhausted, he has a pin attack he uses
He said,
that ends with him striking his tail.
I done there got some nigga that live across the way from me and shit. He be having that right weed and shit. He be trying to sell that shit 15 though. Yeah. That white weed.
And so Glavenus will always immediately go but if you go around the explosion,
Shut up.
Generations gave Glavenus the hell gave Glavenus. This one is much redder than the other Glavenus, and in many ways quite similar to what's Optimon's Ghost, in that he has both fire and blast moves.
Bro, he just did some, bro. He just got lucky, bro.
It's a whole team.
When this happens, the sword will turn red and black.
Oh, this got lucky.
Spice attacks will inflict blast bites. Various sword attacks will also send blast powder scattered around, and his fireballs are far more potent too. When enraged and in blast tail mode, he will spin a type once, grab his tail again, and then perform a spin in a different direction. If his mouth is in blast mode too, then powder will strike across the arena.
The fuck? We did not get a single kill.
Into a triple fireball, and he can charge up a massive slam that causes a huge explosion. Glavenus is the only member of the Fated 4 to return the Iceborne. He received a graphical overhaul, and some slight adjustments. In generations, his throat would heat up independently of his tail. As in Iceborne, they both enhance at the same time, with the same tail grinding animation. He no longer begins the fight with his old roar. Instead, he uses Wild's standard brute widen animation. Ravenous shoots a fireball while pivoting his body, and when he's enraged and performs a tail stand with a heated up tail, he can sometimes perform a flourish on the ground, to the left or right. Acidic Ravenous is a new subspecies that resides in the Rotten Vale, and instead of grinding, it's more of a dark green. Rather than fire, Acidic makes use of acid that causes defense down. Normally his tail is coated in acidic crystals that spread the acid on the ground, and in this state, he's more or less identical to a standard Ravenous, just without the fire. However, he eventually scrapes the acidic crystals off, revealing a just as sharp but much thinner blade than the standard Ravenous. In this state, acidic Ravenous makes use of very advanced tail attacks. He will often enter a stance by his tail left to the side and his forward. He can perform precise stabs without grounding, independent ground slashes, touch slashes, and perform other combos. For example, his old Dane body tail slash doesn't send out projectiles, but he can it into a slam, and he can convert a jumping stand into a round slash, and sometimes he will grip the blade in his jaws and perform a quick double slash. While acidic Ravenous is far more dangerous in this stage thanks to the adeptness of his tail,
He said my brother at the creek
and can be severed.
shoot.
Eventually, his tail gains more crystals and he goes back into acidic mode.
In the brick and back
While Ravenous' fighting style can be compared to that of a hunter wielding a greatsword, Acidic's far more adept
Shut up, bitch. Slowly, man.
What the bitch?
Great. Hey, did you just attack my kingdom on dice streams?
Yeah.
Stole all my coins?
I'm
Great move.
Nigga, damn. You still with your girl?
Type shit.
Mizutsune is a Leviathan, and is often associated with the third generation of Monster Hunter. The storyline taking place in New
Sucker.
He kind of resembles
Sucker all that shit.
in something like Kettles. Mizutsune, or Mizu for short, fights exclusively on land, making use of physical
Later, 6 days.
and overall, he's unlike any Leviathan that came before him. Mizu still fights and body stands like other Leviathans, but he can spin around, swing his tail. Not only this, but he can slide and smack his tail down.
I don't care about you.
Is Snooze out there
Spin
again?
and slide around the arena in multiple
Oh shit,
ways.
bitch.
Mizutsune makes use of bubbles in his attacks and movements.
Where the fuck you come from,
Three
Bag?
at once, or launch a massive one. These inflict you with bubble blight, causing you to step and slide around the arena that you can pick up with, unable to attack or properly dodge. Mizu can also launch bubbles with various other attacks, including red and green ones, which buff your attack or heal you respectively. His last bubble can be composed of other physical ones, fire and water. When enraged, his fins turn red, and he's able to launch bubbles with even more attacks, such as when he jumps around, or while kicking his tail. He can launch himself across the arena with a great leap, in G rank, Mizu can lift himself
He going even in the tunnel?
He low. He won. Oh my god.
That's one.
Mizutsune is a G-Rank exclusive deviant of Mizutsune. This one is not used as
He try to get up.
Instead uses bubbles to sense where his enemies are. He uses a special type of fish that gives him the unique ability to launch explosive fire bubbles when enraged.
That's my trick.
But he has his own attacks, such as
They're Mexicans?
that result in a powerful tail stab. By default, his arms and tail have great fur that's harder, causing your weapons to bounce off, but he can cook them with dark red bubbles that make them softer, like your
Oh yeah, me.
Solskjaer starts off his fight as slick, but will wake up to the fact, when enraged, he becomes faster and can perform a attack when he twists and reacts. While Mizutsune skipped most parts of Wild, he did return to
me.
Bubble Blight is generations, give you innovation.
Teammates on me.
Make you step and slide, completely helpless, but in attack bar bubble, your traction is reduced, and every evade
Just drop the top.
Mizutsune has the close stand.
Right above me.
He only does it once. He can fire a small burst of water, and fire a water laser outburst before sweeping it around.
Are you on me?
He has a special mode where it breaks
You got here?
Slide while using a straight laser, which makes him
See me back here?
although he can be knocked out of this. Rise also has the Apex move Tsune, a variant that survived the storms of Windsurf and Ibushi. Apex is just Soul Seer, but with a different appearance, and without the hardened tail and claws. He has the same attacks pretty much, although he leaps forward a bit when doing his tail swing, and never uses the normal water bubbles. Rather than fire, the bubbles inflict Magnemato's hellfire. Apex also has a special attack, where he spreads fire bubbles around while standing on his hind legs, all while sweeping a laser around before landing on all fours and firing each straight ahead.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Following it with a back.
Yo. No, oh, I can't hop in there. I can't hop in there. I try to hop in there with him, bro. I should have stayed on top of the building and just
Yeah, no, I tried to hop in there with him too, though. That shit just did it. Give you the option, and he just dropped the helicopter.
Yeah, I should have stayed up top of it and just been.
Look at our teammate. I don't know fucking with us.
And this is because his bubble foam is very oily, which means the bubbles he leaves on the ground will often burst in flames. He often spreads these oil bubbles onto the ground.
I'm going back to Island. Cause I ain't allowed to shit on them.
They would affect you with fire flight. His bubbles are very similar to Association Apex's, in that they'll pull in on you. In terms of physical attacks, he can double up his claw stab like in GQ, and perform most of other Mizutsune attacks much faster. At a certain point in the fight, he will charge himself with hard rush. Up until this point, the arena theme would play as a background music, but after this moment, Mizutsune's own one overrides it for the rest of the fight. And he is one of 2 monsters in the entire game to do this. From here, he gains access to numerous attacks and abilities, like being able to create a large bubble that explodes into a whole group of them, being able to launch more bubbles and oil pools with standard attacks, and his core stance causing explosions. He can also rapidly dash towards you while flipping through the air. Overall, he's much faster, and able to chain more attacks together. His head and tail are covered in flames, and dealing enough damage to them will knock him out of his face.
He won.
He's even like this winner. He eventually as Violet himself leave him like this for even longer, and he'll perform a special attack when he throws you in and brings the bubble down, blowing it up and inflicting massive damage. However, knocking him out while the bubble is active will cause it to fall down on him, dealing massive damage to him. An event quest was later released for a hazard version of Violet Mizutsune, with some minor but important differences. He starts off in the second phase with his theme already played. More of his attacks create bubbles, which of course zoom in on you. His water burst attacks will have several explosions released in a row. His bubble volley is always
people over there, people over here, man.
And he can double up his explosive claw stab. Because his health is increased, it can take longer to lock him out of his enhanced state, making it more likely that the large bubble will fall on you.
People on me.
Emergencies can happen anytime, anywhere. Be the difference. This Friday, there's only one decision you have to make. To be or not to be. And you'll take to be.
Tell me what this guy is.
He's a beekeeper.
Well, the system is corrupt.
I corrected.
Honey?
It's flammable. Oh no.
Bro, I could hear people. I know I ain't tripping, bro.
Astalos is a flying wyvern, associated with the first generation, as his questline is tied to Kokoso village. His main element is thunder.
Oh yeah.
He can create from his mouth, tail, and by charging his wings. Astalos is an extremely aggressive fighter, contrasting with the precision of Cleverness and the grace of Mizutsune. He's either on the ground once, or or rapidly after descending from the sky. He can also spike his wings, which have a surprising amount of range. Like other flying wyverns, he will swing his tail, but instead of swinging a second time, he aims a blast of thunder directly at you.
Awesome, try to
He can also swing his head around, using it with thunder for more damage, and launch bolts that move left and right.
Oh, yeah, me.
Astalos will eventually enrage, and gain access
You almost correct.
and is being able to spike his wings twice in a row, and launch himself across
I got an runner. I'm going to catch you.
He can charge up his body parts, causing his head attacks to have more range, and his wing attacks to explode with thunder. He can launch 2 bolts that crisscross each other before launching a more circular blast, and he can descend from the sky and land with a powerful explosion.
You keep cussing at me in Spanish. I'm gonna really have to do it to him.
That can inflict paralysis, dealing enough damage to this charge would
that nigga DJ in our lobby.
normal for a while.
Let's lead the game.
Can shove his tail into the ground while airborne.
Lead the game.
Energy field is even bigger when he's charged.
Lead the
He can perform
I'm finna leave.
No, I'm trying.
I'm trying. No, I got 7 heads. That's how I know you only have 1. Two over here. Oh yeah, right here, up here. Whoa.
Wow.
You talking about well, shut up.
Yeah, his regular attacks are also stronger. Bolt Reaver's big differences emerge when he supercharges.
Hey.
From here, his attacks become bigger and stronger.
Somebody, ooh.
Create a lightsaber either air
Somebody else landing?
from the ground. Astalos can also create a short blade, but it's nothing compared to this. His energy field has another wave, and several bolts appear within it for added danger. When blue charged, Bolt Reaver can also launch an orb attack that sucks you in. Making contact will cause heavy damage, but running away blindly is not advised, as Bolt Reaver also prepares for a giant aerial slam or a rapid wing slam. It's worth mentioning that like Zenova, placing a shot threat down will charge Astalos.
Get a UAV, get a UAV.
But attacking him while his tail is in the ground can cause him to fall down. Astalos returned from Most Hunter Rise Sunbreak, with the same general changes as Davinus and Vizitsune.
Hey, on me? No fucking way. It's 2 teams waiting for me to jump off this building out. Corny as fuck.
Okay. Whoa, I'm down there dead now? I'm getting so real love.
His thunderbolts travel much faster, and he has access to a lightsaber attack, although it's a lot shorter, and he can only do it from the ground. He can also zoom into the ground and swing his tail.
Niggas right there.
Look, go.
Gammoth is a fanged beast and is closely associated with the second generation of Monster Hunter. That was the generation that first introduced ice monsters and the Snowy Mountains, and Gammoth mainly resides there, with her questline being in Poke Village in Generations. Gammoth quite literally resembles a giant mammoth, and to this day is probably one of the biggest non-elder, non-boss monsters in the entire series. She attacks primarily using her enormous trunk, and by throwing her weight around. She can use her trunk to dig out snow from the ground and either throw it at you, or fire it as a projectile. She can swing it from side to side while avoiding, as well as flash it.
On me.
She can even use it to stop the coaster, allowing her to attack. Her tusks can also be used to make one of Gammoth's favorite attacks is her lifting up the front legs.
Oh my god.
Heavy damage and volume damage. She can also use her trunk to draw out her legs in snow.
Nigga sniped me, bro. Nigga was just sniping us, bro. Oh, it was clever. Nigga was just sniping us, bro.
G-Rank Gammoth has one major shift. Sometimes when she raises her 2-point legs to stand down, she will instead fall backwards. Elder Frost Gammoth is a deviant introduced in Generations Ultimate, exclusive to G-Rank. She's a much older Gammoth and has a much greater mastery of the cold. For example, she can coat her legs and arms with ice rather than snow, and her trunk can be coated too. Elder Frost can grab huge chunks of ice and smash them into the snow, causing a huge explosion. She can also grab an even bigger chunk and have it split into several pieces while in the air. Her most dangerous attack has her bury her head into the ground and charge forward, dealing massive damage and launching ice chunks everywhere.
There's nobody home. Come back later.
was not so good. Talk later.
Is everybody
What's going on? How y'all doing today? Too happy. Get him the fuck out of here. What the fuck you smiling for, bitch?
3,000 feet in the air. Nice.
So we've just covered 11 monsters in one video, which might be a new record. Let's go through them one by one. Ravenous is a really solid monster. He has a wide variety of really well telegraphed attacks, his fight is well paced with his throat and sword mechanics, and overall that makes him a lot of fun to fight. I love how satisfying it is to go at him with an evasion or counter-based playstyle. Seeing the giant blade fall down, for me to perfectly time a dodge or counter is very satisfying. I don't like Ravenous and Iceborne as much. I think visually he looks amazing.
Forgot this nigga brain was here.
You could've dropped 15 again. Fuck it.
Yeah, man, we on stream, bro.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
First I was telling me though. My mama first I was telling me.
What the fuck up?
Although Ravenous is a deviant, I didn't really fight much. As I must say, he is really interesting. The way he mixes and matches fire and blast makes him quite tricky to deal with, and I love the way his brings price in the road. I was surprised to find how acidic Ravenous was, because my first battle had left a really bad impression on me, but giving him these smooth, fluid katana strikes really helped me change to understand his level, and they're so well animated. I think I just really like it when a monster uses their body parts as swords, and acidic is just really cool to watch. I love the idea of removing a monster's elemental power with some other physical characteristics.
I'm trying to figure out the drop.
Next we move on to Mizutsune. I used to really dislike the Generations version because I felt like every attack would have huge face after him. Nowadays, I like him a bit better. He's probably one of the more interesting Leviathans we've ever had. Celsius was really cool. I find it so crazy how even touching one bubble will send him into rage, and mixing the fire and water bubbles is an interesting twist. I really like Mizutsune's ways. He just fits a lot better here, and graphically looks really detailed. The change they made to the whole flight is exciting about
I killed one, nigga!
What else is there to say, you know? I get why he exists, and yeah, he is just Celsius, but he's a bad substitute. That being said, he's still a cool fight, and I do really like when his tail is fired up. The blue glow is really nice. And then there's Violet Mizutsune. I'm far from the first person to put this out, but despite Mizutsune making use of water, pretty much all his variations make use of fire in some way, which is pretty weird. It kind of reminds me of Warzone, who also has 3 variations, and only one of them does something wildly different. I don't think it's really a problem with violence.
Whoa.
Very difficult at times. The homing bubbles mean you constantly
They got LMG.
and it is really cool how Great Base 2, its own team overrides that of the arena. Growing together they will go into
They under you, Nate.
I'm already knowing.
It worked out really well. The hazard version is significantly harder too.
Okay, sure.
Astralos is a very solid way. I love how some of his attacks just send you flying, but in general, he's very well telegraphed and wonderfully animated. Until this video, I slept on Bulk Fever, but I had so much fun fighting against him. The blue tundra effects are very twisted, and working the lightsaber always makes me I really think he needs to bring back the deviants. It's a solid fight, and it's quite tragic that they're just stuck in generations. I'm a little bit disappointed that there wasn't any kind of substitution for outdoor simplification. Because the game itself didn't get any
It's a burst.
and a very good implementation.
Yeah, that shit does, bro. It do damage, bro. It does, bro.
The original rendition in Generations didn't use real instruments and looped after 60 seconds. Meaning, despite being very cool, it was very repetitive. You constantly needed just to do it.
Over there, that's you?
Oh, me, bro. What the fuck? How the fuck did I go for that? Shitty ass reload. Please don't listen to me. Whatever that was. Fuck!
What the fuck, bro?
But this purse is dog, bro. Why did they make a purse? Bro. Oh my god, bro. Real spill, bro. Bro, let me get a good.
Fuck.
She can only move around.
No fucking way, bro.
Because they're the only ones big enough to hold her.
And now you're right here. Damn.
The camera wouldn't be much. Because wildlife tends to be quite dynamic. Zooming out when necessary. They would certainly have to design the stuff to accommodate her.
Oh, I'm trying to do shit. Scoot up, scoot up. Oh, he's selling me, bro.
He low, bro. I'm sorry, I got this burst ass.
I have no suggestions there right now. Maybe it was good. Which members needed all the offer you were? And if so, which version of them? Do you think World and Rise did a good job updating it? If you want damage to be in the next game, let me know in the comments.
Round color, buddy. Oh my god, bro. He self-res and oh my god, that burst is so bad, bro. Just take a, like, a real lie. That burst is the worst thing they ever made. First they thought making that burst.
Oh my god, bro. Please. Like, what the fuck? Saying stupid ass nigga keep fucking, bro. Give me what the smoke going. Oh shit.
Whole team,
bro. On me? Come on, bro. Where the fuck mad at?
I want to get loaded. It was a team camping it, bro.
There you go.
Dark Souls is one of the best series of all time. It has one of the most complex yet remarkable narratives I've ever had the pleasure of uncovering. It's filled with key ideas, themes, and values that breathe life into this series, and its various interpretations allow people to add in their own details, ultimately making their playthroughs a unique experience. So today, I want to take some time to talk about the trilogy. I want to not only retell the game's main story, but also critique them along the way. I'm going to examine why specific parts of the game are so well crafted and how each world design evolves to shape the story around them. So with that out of the way, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Dark Souls 1 is a fantastic game. It's got a wonderful story that would set in motion numerous events that would occur throughout the trilogy, but just within the bounds of its own game, Dark Souls 1 has some incredibly deep and rich lore filled with the greatest backstory this series has to offer, and today I will discuss why. So without further ado, let's get started. So the opening cinematic of Dark Souls 1 starts at the Grey World, one that is filled with giant trees and dragons, and while the world stayed like that for a while, one day fire was born. As for how this fire came to be, well, it's never explained. This is one of the many things we just have to accept. The world of Dark Souls is fantasy, and many things just can't be explained. It's never mentioned how the first flame was created, as it just happened. But because the first flame was born, disparity came with it. Life and death, heat and cold, and light and dark. This description is literal. Since the first flame was created, the people of the world felt its warmth and understood what heat was. When they walked away from the flame, they realized its heat didn't reach them, which created the feeling of cold. The discovery of fire during the Stone Age is to this day the greatest discovery known to man, and in Dark Souls this is no different. Given how you something like this in the world of Dark Souls 1, those who discovered it were obviously people would discover Lord Soul.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Use their power to overthrow the dragons. Gwyn used lightning, Isolate used her flames, and Nito used his death and disease. They also received help from a
everybody shut the fuck up.
His own kind. Now that the new lords were on top of the food chain, the Age of Ancients was no more, and the Age of Fire had begun.
Alright, bro, my fault, bro.
Thousands of years until
my fault, bro. What y'all want that for? Yeah, though.
Kindled in order to keep it lit. But doing this is not as simple as it sounds. You may have noticed I forgot to talk about the pygmy. Well, the pygmy had a unique soul called the Dark Soul. Using his soul, he created something called humanity. He would then share this humanity with his
I'm gonna choke him out. I'm gonna choke you out, Chuck. You think somebody go, what you gonna stab me for? If you stab me, then I got the right to pop your ass then. I'm talking about I'm talking about a straight brawl. Like what if I don't feel like throwing hands? I can't wrestle.
This game for the whole video, this needs to be
I can't wrestle though. Like what if I want to wrestle though? I can't choke you out.
The dark sign and the fading of the fire are all linked. The dark soul.
But you talking about shanking me with a knife like I'm big or
powerful over time. But Gwyn screwed humanity twice by rekindling the flame, thus removing our chances also by bringing humans to the dark side. The dark side only activates when the flame fades, because that is when the dark soul within men must be revealed. This dark side also prevents humans from but it also causes them
you think we gonna get back up, reset?
were once undead humans, but they have crossed the barrier of no return. Even though humans are able to revive after death, eventually this will cause them to lose their humanity, lose their minds, and lose their purpose, causing them to go hollow. These creatures are hollows, beings who don't even remember who they are, where they are, or what they're even doing. Gwyn likes being on top, and he fears the day that he will lose his power, so he'll do anything he can to prevent that from happening. He did this by branding humanity with the dark side, but by also rekindling the flames, which is known as the fifth sin. See, the world is like a set of operations. Things are born, but eventually they'll die. More things will be born soon after. That's just the way the world works. But Gwyn broke the law by rekindling the first flame. It was meant to be extinguished, but due to Gwyn wanting to hold on to what he held dear, he couldn't dare see it go. He sacrificed himself by using himself as kindling for the first flame. Since he had one of the 4 original Lord Souls that came from the first flame, it seemed sufficient enough to be used as fuel unless the Gauge of Fire continues. But as you know, the undead curse is back, humans are turning hollow, and the world is in chaos.
Bitch, I'm on Warzone.
Story?
He gonna stab me though, cause I'm gonna try to take him out. Why he try to? Why he do this shit? He look like he keep his shanker too on, just in case something pop off.
After the opening cinematic, we get to see the state of the world as it is today.
Bro, just slugging you.
Look, this all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna film my move, but I ain't gonna let him.
But one day we're getting the key to our cell, and
shut up.
this person is Oscar.
And it's like this. If niggas get me on the ground pass, I'm just gonna get up and steal first. Like the fight is gonna end, so I gotta hit him. I'm just saying though, like, everything I love, I'm not gonna feel like that. Talk about you got a deal, dude. What are you on?
Also purposely withholding that information. Is our characterization. His father makes him a land of lords. Well, at the end of the world, when you were just getting to see himself, allowing you to explore the world to your own. Even if you're convinced that one
nah, I'm just saying though, like I'm gonna hit you one. Like I ain't gonna lie, I gotta stick you one good time. Like I feel I'll stick you that one good time because it's over, bro. And if you feel played after I hit you, bro, then yeah, it's that. After that, I ain't gonna
All
lie.
I'm saying is you keep getting up and smacking with the heat the last time.
As due to its connected wall, players will be
I can't wait till a nigga think he finna throw the hands with me and he got a hole on him because I'm gonna beat the shit out of him and then take that shit.
But you may stumble upon this area by accident.
Everything I love, I'll take it.
This is due in part to Dark Souls 1's level design, which may have the best level
Yeah,
whole franchise. It's been coined as a Metroidvania, a genre that started with the game Castlevania. These games have nominated
they can be
It's
hard.
possible, I ain't gonna lie, it can happen, bro.
causing the player to go around the map looking for the key, then go back to that same location. Such as this door that
Hey, so what if something perfect, cause what if something big, I'm talking about like you big.
Remember where that key goes. You'll be doing lots of fun in this game. The highlight of one of my play sessions was going from
rough you up in a store though, like he popping bags.
Meaning I had to take a 3-minute walk up to him and a 3-minute walk back down. In future titles, this would be
So you
remedied by
saying
fast
like you ain't even
travel.
gonna get into a predicament like that,
Even when you do gain the power of fast travel via the war vessel, it's not the typical fast travel we're familiar with, but only allows you to travel through specific bonfires. These decisions
I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to realize.
You got a kill, dude.
He said he gonna get nuts like me.
I ain't never about myself, bro. So you get me somebody else. I ain't saying it like that, but I'm just saying like I ain't never by myself. So if I do get to a point where you just you got this, Chop, where you at, kids?
I'm on the west, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
However, it's a bit more.
Somebody that'll be a good fight, bro. It's too little. I'm gonna sit here and cap it.
Let them dreads though,
Given that our player is set on ringing the bells,
I can merge. Dude, what?
One of those type niggas, he fight, he can do some weird shit. Yeah,
grabbing
leave niggas ass down.
He jump ass down.
Cause ain't nobody say that he get weak, dude. I said that's gay if I cut his hair off, but niggas be leaving niggas ass down.
You ain't nigga.
I can merge me and talk like the same height though.
I bet I got you. I got 500 on you. I ain't gonna lie.
Who you got 500 on me?
Yeah.
Everything I love, I'll beat the shit out of Chop. Kill it, baby.
Look at that. So we can put the gloves on, gang. I ain't even gonna lie.
You said what?
We want to set this up. We can put the gloves on, gang. I ain't even gonna lie.
Everything I love is the gloves on. We can do that this
I don't want to do that specifically. We can do that this week.
Dude,
we can get a crowd something to watch.
It gives you something to look forward to, bro.
We can get a crowd something to watch. I'm telling you.
It's not fully confirmed that he did this, but it's clear that Bloodhound isn't in the greatest state. And it's due to the circumstances surrounding Bloodhound.
Nah, I ain't gonna bully him, but I like it. You feel me? Like, he said we could do this. I just want to go ahead and knock it out.
Don't do nothing but smoke, bro. I'm not gonna breathe, bro.
Alright, that's all you do.
Every picture on the you either smoke or
yeah, I work too. I pick up heavy ass ACs, heavy ass furnaces. That's not shit. That's fighting.
I'm saying, like,
you ain't gonna think about that.
Nah, I'm gonna just keep kicking your ass.
He just said,
every time you said you was gonna get up, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Chop the type to hold you up with one arm and just hit you. It's alright. Like, that's weird. You gotta realize.
Okay.
Hey, Chop, I said, Chop, hey, man, you streaming?
Yeah, though.
Oh, what you stream on, bro?
YouTube.
What's your YouTube, bro?
Yeah, listen, intuition. That's my word on that.
Your fate is to succeed the great Lord Wind, so that you may lift the fire,
you says, listen, intuition.
the dark,
yeah, though.
and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel,
Just like before, this second part of the prophecy also happens to be our newest objective. He is quite a complex character. If certain conditions are met within the game, we can also be granted an audience with Cop. He, however, tells us a different story.
Your ancestors played the dark soul.
Now let me stop talking. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sweet for real, gang. I ain't gonna lie, I can't even fight. I ain't never had no fight in my life. The one time I was supposed to have a fight, cause I got rocked. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't do nothing. I'm sweet for real. You could ask Los, bro. I was in school with Los, bro. I ain't never get to no fight. I used to duck accent, all that. Yeah, see, that's why he think he could just call me that freely, cause he know I'm sweet for real.
Ja, you is not cut like that.
Yeah, nah, I'm saying, yeah, bro. I ain't cut like that. I'm soft for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop trying to play that card.
I've never owned a gun in my life.
Stop trying to play that card.
I never owned a gun. What you
make
mean?
It seem like he like, yeah.
No, I'm keeping it up. What you mean? I'm keeping it a band. What I'm lying for? This is my life. What? Now he trying to downplay me, like being soft, but he just called me soft. What? I ain't never did nothing street. I'm not a gangster. I'm in college, you know.
Target marked.
Hey, I'm thinking off this good stuff. I'm on the phone my way.
Don't kill the nigga that's showing at that nigga, bro.
What you singing, bro?
But Cop is also lying, as he isn't fully explaining what this age of darkness entails, and as we'll see, Cop isn't exactly the nicest.
What's it called?
I've always seen these games as forms of our age.
Oh yeah, nigga, what you talking about?
They like to move the pieces a bit and see what happens. Without the stakes. Regardless of who wins, they both one just managed to convince the chosen undead more. So why not cause a bit of chaos? A liar can hear what hurts somebody, it's just extra pieces on the board for them. To this day, we still don't know what they really want from us and whether they want us for genuine.
Nigga.
Fucking bot. I don't know what to do shit.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
Oh. Niggas can't fuck with me on Fortnite.
The enemy lost
Y'all turn
track of you.
back on
Good work
2K.
down there. Your squad made it to the safe zone. Don't shoot at friendlies.
You ain't got no nomenclature.
Loadout drop headed your way.
You need a massage.
Need recon overhead. Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
You need a massage.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time. Enemy movement in the AO. Detect vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline. Yep. rest of them.
Damage, but it's not enough to warrant a healing item.
Bruh. He was dead.
Enemy movement.
I am tough. Still managed to kill.
No fucking way, bro. He did not see me.
She's the one who gives us the Lord Vessel we need to progress through the game. But, as I said earlier, it feels like we arrived late to a party. Well, I wasn't lying. Once the post-nut clarity settles in, if we attack Guinevere, the world of Anne Orlando shows its true colors, and reveals that it's just as depressing as everything else in Lordran, and the one responsible for this illusion is Dark Son Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is an interesting case to me, as he was the last-born child of Gwyn, who was a male but was raised as a female. This was due to his strong affinity with moon magic. I'm not sure what the connection is, but maybe it's some sort of cultural thing where the moon is seen as a sort of feminine symbol, which would actually explain a lot regarding a future game and two of its characters. Gwendolyn also created the illusion of Anne Orlando to seemingly entice the chosen
I'm getting pissed. What the fuck?
Guinevere's illusion, meaning that this is actually Gwendolyn speaking to us through his sister. He also shares the same viewpoints as Fremd, which is interesting, as he's basically telling us that Caleb's father is using the Age of Fire. Gwendolyn seems to want to hold on to the power his family has and keep things running smoothly, which is why he wants the Age of Fire to continue so that his family and their powers can stay. And the reason why he created the illusion of Anne Orlando was also to desperately hold on to the past. I guess it runs in the family then. As for how Guinevere fits into this, well, she was Gwyn's second-born child, who, like many other deities, left Anne Orlando. She would then meet with a flame god Flan and later become his wife. Besides these two, Gwyn had two other children, but we'll have to wait for Dark Souls 3 to discuss more about them. So Anne Orlando...
I'm so bad, bro. Okay, dog.
But Anne Orlando is
I almost every shot on dude, bro.
Inside the city upon touching
What am I doing?
Arianis is a concept which is fascinating, as it's this world
Fuck
inside the city that possibly never know of the world outside of it. From exploring this hidden world, we learn that Ariamis was made
nigga Brandon walking around with the
followers of Velta, and Velta is known as the goddess of sin. Furthermore, this is the only location in the game where you can find the Dark Ember, which according to its item description is used to make occult weapons that were favorable amongst those who planned to kill the gods and their kin. Velka was more than likely someone who wanted to hunt the gods but was killed or thrown into the painting. It's clear that this place has a malicious history behind it, but it's not all bad, as the person who watches over it is crossbreed Priscilla.
I have no idea what just happened right there, my nigga.
Due to this unique birth, she also gains some unique abilities, mainly the ability of Life Hunt, which she uses on her site. These powers are hers to threaten the gods' rule, so they also threw her into the painted world. But what's rather interesting is Priscilla herself. She's the only boss in the game that doesn't want to fight us. She even tells us how to leave Arianis, meaning she has no intent of enacting revenge, but she knows how to leave yet refuses. Priscilla may have felt how these new arrivals feel, but instead of using vengeance, she uses and instead welcomes these people into her painted world. It's actually quite wholesome, and is
no running for niggas, man.
He's hell-bent on killing me, so when I finally discovered one that didn't want to, and in fact helped me, I couldn't refuse. So I left. I hope that Priscilla would be able to make this home for her people. This whole area is swarming with hollows and creatures that want nothing more than to kill us. They were either tricked in here or thrown in.
And they dog shit.
Some of them probably do belong
Good shit.
Priscilla is set on making this place a home for those who have found themselves here, then who am I to intervene? After acquiring the Lord Vessel, we would Koth or Fremd.
Whoa, oh my god, bro.
The remaining Lord Souls and use them to
Nigga snipe me out the sky. I don't even know, some random, bro.
Oh, what the fuck? I just got sniped too. What the fuck?
Three of whom you will recognize.
Oh,
Here
we
we can
just
tap
went
it
here,
in
man.
any order we want, so let's start with the Four Kings. The Four Kings
Where
are four kings who ruled over New London. They were given inhabitants of Gwyn's soul, which is why we need to kill them. You may recognize them
fucking
that
munitions,
we met Cotton. Well, long ago, the Four Kings were
you should just gave up, nigga. Goddamn. Shit's been used up.
Citizens to become these blobs of mass or the Dark White Soldiers. This area really utilizes the environment to tell its tale, as this place is overrun by the ghosts of the villagers, and when we actually unlock the door to lower Milando, we see piles of corpses scattered throughout the land. Cobb single-handedly destroyed the city simply by tricking its inhabitants and unleashing the abyss upon them. While the mass extinction of the city sounds bad, there is still more destruction to be seen. One thing you may have noticed is a severe lack of human bosses. Quaylide would probably count as the
Nigga, that shit whack as fuck,
but there's a reason for this, as this has to do with the Witch of Isolate. While Gwyn was frantically running around trying to figure out what to do with the flame,
the Witch of Isolate
plan. She was going to use the flame that would replace the flame.
I don't get sniped in the fucking air!
Fucking watch, that's all there is to it.
Consequences. The Witch of Isolate wanted to create a new first flame, but there was already a first flame present in the world. There can't be two first flames. Due to this, the flame that she created couldn't be contained for long.
That shit gonna bring you back if you die.
This not only consumed her and killed her, but also created new life, as it gave birth to demons. The Asylum, Taurus, and Capra Demon, probably the first three bosses in the game, were created from this event. In fact, anything that has the word demon in it is most likely derived from chaos. But not only was new life created, old life was altered. All of Isola's people were caught in the explosion were all transformed into demons themselves. Chaos, Witch Quaylide, the Fair Lady, and Ceaseless Discharge are three of Isola's children. This is the wing to continue the age of fire and attempt to keep what
Nigga, let them think it's people down here.
The consequences are a reflection of her actions. In an attempt to give life to something bright and warm, she ended up giving life to something cold and dark. She also wanted to
He just saw my Claymore
in order to continue her prosperous life with her children. By doing so, she ended up making their lives a living hell. Not a single person in this family tree is living a robust life anymore. Quaylag and her sister, the Fair Lady, are half demon and are more than likely suffering from their condition.
Alright, hold on, we ain't got those, hold on.
Quaylag, what is it? Quaylag, my dear sister, the eggs, they've gone still. I'm afraid.
Oh yeah.
I am so sorry, dear sister.
Ceaseless Discharge was covered
Hey,
in
come here.
so his life was a living hell from the start. The Flame of Chaos just made it worse. Ceaseless Discharge, just like Priscilla, doesn't actually want to fight us. He only steals his clothing set that he attacks us.
Oh my god.
That rest upon Lana, who he can an explosion. In fact, Lana will appear like the Flail Soldier did not do pyromancy. Lana is claimed that she was the only one who out of the reaches of the Flame of Chaos. In fact, she was actually able to harness the power of the Flame of Chaos and create magic, which we know is pyromancy. Lana wants us to fulfill this duty for her, as she does not have the strength to go on. She instructs